In this video, I want to demonstrate how to add our thread to the top of the bottle. So I'm going to Control Tab back to my other part, and we're going to start by creating an offset plane. So I'll select this face, then Reference Geometry Plane. I'm going to create an offset plane 100 thou, but in the other direction, so I'm below the surface, and I'll say OK. Now in that plane, I want to create a sketch. So I'm going to select it, select Sketch, and I'm going to convert. Let's zoom in a bit here. This outer edge, I'll select it, convert. My sketch is fully defined. I'll right click and exit the sketch. Why did I do that? Because I want the helix for the thread. Now I need a circle to create a helix, so the sketch is still highlighted. I'm going to select curves and tell it to create a helix. You can tell if the pitch is 1/8, that it's spiraling down, so you might need to reverse your direction for 2.5 revolutions, that it starts at 90 degrees and it goes clockwise, and I'll say OK. So next, I want to create the thread profile. So what I need to find is what plane passes through this endpoint here. And that would be my right plane. So I'm going to select my right plane, I'm going to sketch, and I'm going to look normal too. And again, I'm going to zoom in up here. I'm going to start by creating a center line. So create a center line here, come out, and push escape. I'm going to use mouse gestures to activate line. I'm just going to create a line, come up here, come on an angle, come back to my center line, and push escape. So next, I'm going to use mouse gestures again to activate Smart Dimension, and I'm going to grab this endpoint, my center line, move over, make sure I'm past the center line to get the double dimension, click to place it. That will be 90 thou, and then I'll select this point, move out, click to place it. It's 45 thou. I'm going to push escape to stop doubling the dimension. Select this entity, move up, dimension it 45 thou. Again, I'm going to push escape. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. I want to add a 15 thou fillet here, so activate fillet, set the size to 15 thou, select this corner and right click to accept that, right click to exit fillet. So I'm going to window select all of this, make sure I get that center line and tell it to mirror. So it's mirrored, and next I'll select this point, hold Control, select this helix, release Control, and I'll use that Pierce relationship again. So with my sketch fully defined, I'll exit the sketch. Just going to look at it isometrically and zoom back in a bit. Sketch is highlighted, and I'm working with features now because it's a solid entity, and I want to sweep that profile along this helical path. And I'll right click to accept that. And there's most of my thread. I'm going to hide the helix. The last thing I want to do is I want to round off these ends. So I'm going to select this face, tell it to sketch. The face is still highlighted, so I'm going to convert the entities, and I'll right click and exit that sketch. With the sketch highlighted, I'm going to tell it to make a revolve base. Because I don't have a center line, it doesn't know what to revolve about. So I'll click here and I'll just come over and I'll select this part edge. And I'm going to double check it doesn't come in here. It doesn't, so I'll let it make a full 360-degree revolve. If it came inside the bottle, I would do a 90 or 125 or whatever was required revolve. So I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to zoom out, rotate around a bit. I'll zoom back in here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Select the face, sketch, convert the entities, right click, exit the sketch, make a revolve base. Tell it this is the axis to revolve around, right click to accept it. I'll go back to the isometric view, and now my spray bottle is complete.